Welcome back, everybody. We should be live. We should see it pop up here in a second. There we go. Welcome in. I'm going to do my usual quick sound test stuff, get ready, and then we're going to do a slightly shorter stream today. Gonna be honest, wasn't sort of feeling the stream today, but wanted to just jump on and do it anyway. It's sometimes if I, and this might be advice for other people too, if you just force yourself to do something for half an hour, 20 minutes, then you'll find by that time you'll be into it. So that's what I'm trying to do today. So I'm gonna quickly clip this and get a sound test and all that going. Today, but thing for half an hour, 20 minutes, then you'll find by that. All right. Yep, all good. I will up the music slightly. Okay. Alrighty, we should be good now. I think I can close Twitch. I'll leave it up just in case. Oh, what the hell? I have ads and stuff? No, thank you. Right, I'm gonna post in Discord. Get that going. What else do I need to do? I think that's it. So the plan today, there might be some stuff I need to add into the Jira. Let me check actually. Which one of these is Jira? This one. This, by the way, this feature, I don't know if like anyone else uses this a lot, but I've been finding it so helpful lately in any kind of browser. You can just do the install as app thing, and then it's basically, I don't know, for me anyway, it makes it easier to just immediately get to what I'm looking for. It's very cool. Right, put this at the top. Sorry, fiddling around on the other screen. I've moved my camera again today because I need to shave. I'm being completely honest. Probably should have thought of a cooler reason. Also, I think I'm getting sick again. I don't know if you just heard my cough then, but we got a message from my son's daycare last night. There's this thing called croup going around, which supposedly is like the flu or a cold, but then you get a gnarly cough with it. So yeah, don't know if you've been following my my sickness, but I think I've been good for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, which is the best run I've had in a long time. But going down again, I think. This damn daycare stuff, man, it's no joke. Having a kid and having just been sick all the time. But anyway, is what it is. So I wanted to quickly check because I have this old school. I take notes by hand usually. I'm trying to change that, but I just find it so much faster to just take notes by hand. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm just making sure. Okay, here's another thing I need to add. Unload tiles dive site when state changes to at location. After anchor before traveling. Do that one as well. So I've pre-selected a few to do today. Let's see if I filter by me and then status and progress. These are the ones I was going to work on today, basically. Maybe some other stuff as well. This one is like the massive one, which I'll talk about at the end if we get to it. Basically, I want to pick the easiest thing right off the bat to get started, since I'm kind of not feeling it. I find that's a good way to basically start doing stuff. So the easiest one, I think, is increased number of threats. That should be very simple, so I'll quickly do that. Also, we have a gardener here at the moment, so I may need to duck away here and there to answer questions or whatever if needed. Wrong coffee. And also, the stream won't be too long today because I've got a meeting tonight and some other stuff to prepare later on this afternoon. So, see how we go. See how much we can get done in a couple of hours. 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Threats. Dive site. I'll let Ryder load for a second here. While that's loading, you can see when we play, each site gets a different hostility level. They are all low, which means I don't think I'm actually generating these, possibly. So we need to implement that as well, and then also increase the number of threats overall. But I think possibly those might be 2 separate tasks. But that's what I'm talking about at the moment. So to increase the number of threats, in fact, I might be able to just do these both at once. What's on the agenda today? There are... Welcome in, by the way, Ranger. How's Halo? Still haven't played that campaign yet. Just a few things we found in a playtest last night to do with the number of threats and hostility, some level loading stuff, a couple of bugs, and then the main next feature, if I get to it, will be working on the global market and the salvage basically system. Doesn't work on the newest NVIDIA driver. Great. You're still playing. That's wild. Nice. Very good. Are you playing multiplayer or campaign? Okay. So here's the code that does the actual spawning of the threats. So what I'll do is I'll double the number of threats by default. Actually, and then after we spawn all the threats, I'll do so info, no, display, text, spawned. Just do a wee log there as well so I can tell how many we actually spawned. And I can actually, I'm pretty sure I can just live code that in. Possibly I should have checked out the DLLs if I haven't already. Binaries, source, plugins. Campaign, nice. It's like an open world kind of thing, right? I really need to try that sometime. Okay, so we basically already should have more threats, and we should get a log message. When I generate a level, about how many threats it actually spawned. Far Cry game, but Halo, that's cool. I like the sound of that. 64 threats. Okay, that's pretty decent. Might be too many now, but that's fine. Leave it at that. So now if I look at the dive site parameters, blah, blah, blah. I don't see a hostility level in there. Travel option. Hostility. How is that getting set? Not very well. Okay. I think this is where we'll get the number from. So hostility, should put a comment maybe. Controls how chances of threats spawning. How much or chance of salvage spawn. Right. So now when we generate one of these, where is that happening? Game state? Generate, here we go. So here's the loot score. We'll go dive dots, hostility. Between two five. That'll get generated and that will eventually make its way through the system and get passed into our spawning function right here. So now we can retrieve that information and we'll do threats per tile. We will just replace that with hostility. This is actually a little bit problematic because we can spawn stuff at the same spawner twice. I'm going to change this actually, I think. Yeah. Because otherwise, what the fuck? Otherwise, we could... And that probably is actually happening right now. Okay, so I... Okay, so let's see. It'll be like 4... Every spawner in... Great spawners. And then we say spawner... Here we go. And now we just do this part. But before we do it, now we can just say if RNG rand is less than or equal to, no, less than dive site dot hostility. Continue. There we go. So this will be skip. There we go. That should do the same thing basically, except now it's based on the hostility level, and we won't double up on spawners. We still pick a random threat, we still do all the stuff. Okay, looks good to me. Delete that. Probably don't. Oh, I guess technically you do need to recompile that. Alright, and now we test. So that should cover both of this one and this one. Potentially. So let's travel option. Okay, what I will show now is hostility. If it's greater than 0.8, we'll call it hostile. If it's less than, got there just in time. If it's less than 0.4, it'll be moderate. Okay. All right. That should now show on the board as well. So if I now try, we should see hopefully. Here we go. Moderate. That would be our best bet. So moderate. If I go high, this is a high hostility one, and we go there. This is probably going to be pretty gnarly. We're probably going to see a lot of them, depending on what the number is. Yep. Yep. That's high hostility. That's pretty insane. Like 2 ninjas, like a whole ton of eels. Three ninjas. Lots of bobbit fish. No, what are they? Lampreys? Lots of bobbit worms, lots of eels. Cool. I don't know about stonefish. Oh yeah, there is quite a lot of those too. Quite a lot of those. What was our print? 130 threats, okay. Yeah. Okay, so high hostility is like high hostility. That's pretty insane. Okay. Well, let's go down and see what happens. See what it feels like. Here's the Meg. And I'm getting lampreyed, okay. Didn't even see them coming for me. They must be behind me. No, I don't see them at all. They're above? No, what the hell? That might be a bug. Okay, so lampreys might be invisible. Let's get these freaking things off. Get off. There we go. I mean, it's hostile, but like it doesn't feel too bad right now. I think we just don't have enough threat types. What we've got is good, but there's not, like, there needs to be like sharks and like the other ones, like the lemons ones, like the crabs and jellyfish and whatnot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But that is working. Well, let me test. So that was 130. If I go to a low one, hopefully. Okay, there is no low one. I'll get a low one if I can. High, 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 moderate. Low, here we go. Low was 68%, so we'll go there, and I should get less than 130, quite a lot less. Six, 46, yeah, so it is quite a difference between low and high, which is good. Okay, very good. I will commit that. Yo, John, what's up? Make sure that's compiled. Okay, revert these unchanged. And I can like basically just copy paste from here, right? Increase number of threats. And what else? What was the other one? Hostility now generates between 25% and 100%, and controls the chance for a threat spawner to activate. Threat spawning now loops through all spawners and has a chance to spawn, preventing double spawns at a single location as single location, yeah. Hostility works now, yeah. We just finished it. So a high hostility means, well, the I've only done one high hostility one right now, but there was 130 threats in the level. Yeah, so like 130 like bobbit fish, lampreys, eels, ninjins, stonefish, all that in total. And then a low hostility one was like 46. You were here like 10 minutes ago on your phone. Oh, nice. Yeah, all good. Try and fix that. But yeah, it also now shows on the board too. So here we go. So my options are, I can take a moderate dive, moderate hostility, but it's low value and there's strong currents, which doesn't do anything yet. So that's the safe option, but I'm not likely to get much salvage. Or I can go for a high hostility, high site valuation. So there's going to be heaps of loot, but heaps of monsters. Or this one, which basically sucks. There's lots of stuff to kill you and there's not much to find. So if we did this one, this is like the exciting one, I suppose. Lots of loot, lots of mobs. Mid-biking, then I check Discord to see a ping in the server. Nice. Yeah, feel free to just lurk. The sun has just come out and is now bouncing off the house across from out my window and now making me incredibly overexposed. Hopefully it goes away, otherwise I'll shut the curtains. Alright. So this is high hostility. This doesn't even show all the threats, but it shows a lot of them. Like these can be ninjins or eels. That's the Meg. And then I don't think it shows lampreys or bobbit fish or stonefish. So if I go down, you can see how many bobbit fish are around. Bobbit worms. There's like, yeah, 3 ninjins. There's a whole bunch of lampreys right below. This is like pretty much everywhere you go, you're just gonna get wrecked. If I drop, there's like basically a ninjin right below. So, but actually, before I drop, there should be lots of loot. Pretty much every loot spawn should have activated, or most of them. And there should be high amount of salvage. So there's like 2,500 worth of salvage and 9 rare ones. And you only need 300 to meet your quota. So it is pretty decent. I did notice when we playtested last night, the ninjin didn't do his attack, so I need to check whether that is actually going to happen. If I can, there he is. and Danielle at the same time. Yeah, it does work. Okay. I don't know why it didn't work the other night then. Holy. Okay. And I'm dead. Just like that. Yeah, fly. It's not really on purpose, but it's kind of cool, so I left it. Because he's like clipping into you at the end of his attack. It kind of pushes you away, but I do kind of like it. I don't know. I might fix it, but I'll leave it for now. Okay. What else? Nothing else in there, so we're good. Okay, so next up. The big task, if I get to it today, excuse me, it's not going to be a hugely long stream, but if I get to it, we'll be starting to work on the market and the salvage process. But I want to get through this other stuff first. So, increased number of threats, done. Hostility, done. Okay. Unload site when state changes to at location. I'll do that one next. So right now, if I was to drop or travel, I guess. And then lower the anchor. Okay, so that generated when I lowered the anchor. When I raised the anchor, you see how the map's still there? And it does not go, like, I can sit here infinitely because there's no time limit and all this shit's still processing. It doesn't go away until I travel somewhere else. So if I was to drop, I believe it would just, like, double up everything. Maybe not, but it should go away when I raise the anchor, basically, is the point of this. If I travel, I'm pretty sure it'll unload it, yeah. I'll do that real quick. So, I say real quick, I don't even know if I have no idea how I'm going to do this, so I don't know how long it'll take. Game state. The first thing is going to be figuring out how it unloads it right now. So, I mean, right here, I've already found it. Travel, started, clear current dive site. So instead of doing that there, we do it on... Do we have an event for like... Like, at location? Here we go. If the new state is equal to at location, that's where I guess we'll clear everything. Eesh. Okay. That might do it. That definitely won't do it. I need to put a branch, otherwise that will just do it all the time. Here we go. Okay, so we're at a site. If I drop, we'll get the level generate. Okay, and now I raise the anchor and the level is unloaded. Perfect. And then I drop again. Yeah, generates. Actually, is that going to generate the same because it's the same seed? We've got that kind of shape up there. So it was like, yeah, because it's the same seed, it's generating the same thing because we haven't gone to a different location. That's interesting. It probably should change the seed each time. Okay, cool. But anyway, that was pretty easy. Dive site is now unloaded when entering at location state anchor raised. Cool, that one is done. Okay, these two are going to be a bit annoying, but I'll do them. So I guess the first one, clients can't use their power controls, and they're permanently in the disconnected state. That basically made the playtest completely unplayable last night for a client because they couldn't turn their lights on and off, and that's kind of like a pretty critical mechanic now. Ah, mic muted. Sorry about that. I sneezed before and turned it off. I was just saying, I don't know if you saw what I just did, but as a client, the controls are disconnected. That thing we did, I think I did it about a week ago. And this makes the game pretty much unplayable as a client. Hang on, just wait for the level to load. If you raise anchor while somebody's down there, they currently will just die. But ideally it would be, it's going to change to a cutscene or something, or like a, you'll see basically the ship leaving without you. But yeah, currently they just die. Yeah, so on clients, the controls are all disconnected as if I don't have power, but I do have power. So I need to figure out what's going on there. So how does that disconnected thing work again? Power. We've got power control. Okay, disconnected. Power battery. Update from power battery has charge. Is that the problem? Hello, level loading. Okay, Jesus. Okay, yeah, that was the problem. Okay, that was ridiculously good guess. Bug fixed. I thought that was going to be quite a difficult one to do, but luckily I managed to basically spot the problem immediately. Oh, where is this person behind me? Wait. Ah, above. I was like, is there? They disappeared? Okay, yeah. And now it is synced. Okay, cool. Sweet. I'll take it. Fixed power controls being disconnected by default on clients. I definitely was expecting that to take a lot longer. Okay, this one I am expecting to take long as well, but we'll see what happens. This one, basically game thread lag when the round ends with survivors. I'll show you. I'll try to repro it in editor, and I'll show you. It's kind of like complicated what that means. But basically, when the round ends, if someone survives, it moves your sub back or respawns. I can't remember. And on clients, the lights are on, and you end up like last night. I think I got down to like 6 FPS, like because every time that happens, it gets worse. And I couldn't catch a trace in the build. So all I need to do is, I think, end the dive. Is that right? I might need to leave and redock. I'll do that. I can't remember if that's required or not. I'll just go down and redock. Okay, and now if I end the thing, see that? The lights turn on and the performance goes to shit. It's actually fine again now though. That actually wasn't that bad. Wait, what the fuck? 13. Wait a second. How big is that? That's a 5 gigabyte trace file. What the fuck? Get out of here. Holy. Okay, start tracing. Okay, clients. So we'll drop. We will go down. And then redock. And then end the thingy. And there it is right there. Briefly. I don't know why it doesn't keep doing it. Alright, let's have a look. What happened? There, I see it. What's happening right... Wait, is it there? No, it's here. What's happening right here? Garbage collection. Hang on. Remove from world. Hang on. What is this? It's something about the level unloading, I think. I'm gonna have to add some logs. Bringing spawning dive site scene S. And then we'll do dive site dots name. Mm-hmm. Clearing dive site. Get current dive site info. So let's see. Current oversight params dot id dot is valid. It's not, we'll just return. So now we can just try to clear, but if it's not set, we won't. Then right at the end, we'll clear that. Okay. No, maybe that's good. The other one is the tile level instance. Let's have a look at that. When this... Like, let's see. What I want to do is like, visible? Like, yeah, initially visible. Is that right? No. Level instance. Let's see if that works. Well, I mean, basically I just want to see if like they're invisible by default, and then I can just turn them all on at once, because I think that might also be part of the problem. Like turn them on basically after they're loaded. Okay, hang on. So how does this work? How does, like, what does this get used in? Get level instance component. Yeah. Okay, well that isn't helping. How about then Sect actor. Yeah, set actor hidden in game. I don't know if this is going to help the actual problem, but it might. Thought this was going to be quite a tough one to sort out. No, what the fuck? It's still visible anyway. Eh. Okay, whatever. That's not doing what I want. So, let's see if it is this. Okay, let's see if it's the problem is the tile map spawning basically. Here we go. Tile. Okay, so generate. So we'd have to do this, and then when we're ticking, let's test this. So we won't get a map actually spawning now. Pretty sure. But I should be able to tell if the oh shit, I hadn't waited for it to finish compiling. That's not good. There we go. I should be able to tell if that big lag thing still happens or not. So I'll just drop. We're technically in the level now. I will get in the sub. Is my mic picking up the guy mowing my lawns right outside the window right now? Hopefully not. It's not. Okay, that's good. There's a weed whacker right outside. Okay. Get back in. And then we end the run. Yeah, okay, so that tells me it is something to do with the tile map, which is good. So put that back on, put this back on, and this back on. The other thing is I noticed in this tile map class, when we generate, I want to say, if we're already generating, just return. And then when we clean up, Why is that? There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's see if those changes make any difference. Just trying to find, yeah, generator. So I'm going to put another log in here. Was it display? Generating tile world, and then down here, clean up tile world. Okay. See if this makes any difference. This is a very annoying bug. Okay, so we'll drop. We should actually get something generate this time now. Drop. Actually gonna have the server drop as well, just to check. Client. And we need to have the server go down to the bottom and then redock as well. Alright, and then raise the anchor. Why did they not get unloaded? Clean up tile world ran twice? And then we generate it again? Okay, what the fuck? That is weird. Let me try this in single player real quick. Can't quite tell what happened there. So I unload. I load everything. Okay. It's all good. We got our threats. No, I don't think we do, because it's not valid, that's why. Oh, wait, maybe it's not why. Hang on. Me actually travel to one of these. I think this might be the problem. Or one of the problems. I think there's a few things happening at once here, but if I travel now, because I noticed I didn't get any threat spawn there, so I think the seed was possibly invalid. And now I dock. No, something is still messed up. Okay. More logs. Deep. Display text spawning threats. Is it possible that we're already generating? I better put a better log here as well. Trying to generate tile world wall already generate. How about now? Okay, let's see what happens. This is getting weird. The plot keeps thickening over and over. Okay. Dang it, I didn't wait for the live coding. Okay, I'm gonna actually just I'm gonna compile this properly. This might be a rabbit hole or a bobbit fish hole. Bobbit wormhole. Okay, compile this in, and actually that is, unless I do this quickly, gonna fail. Go, 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 check out, check out, check out. Boom, nice. Alright, that's all compiled in now, so we should have some better logging and whatnot. I'm gonna travel. Excuse me, just in case it matters. Man, I hope that cough doesn't linger to tonight. I've got a pretty important meeting tonight that I have to talk at. Okay, so we're dropping. Yeah, thanks. Did not get. Okay, so we got the threats now. Okay, then we de-anchor. Am I crazy? Did we not make it so that when you raise the anchor, the map unloads? I feel like game state. We did that like half an hour ago. I see. I see. I see the problem. Okay. The old state has to be... So we were anchored. And now we are at location before we clear. Otherwise, we're adding a race condition. Which is why it's probably semi-random whether we get a level disappear afterwards or not. Because when you finish traveling, you're at location, but that... Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we clear this. I'm gonna go just look for this stuff. Raise the anchor. Attempting to clear invalid dive site. Okay, if current... That's part of what the problem is right here. We need to clear before we do the other stuff. Okay. But what I could do first is say if current dive site params.id is valid. If we have a valid one, morning text attempting to spawn dive site while one is already spawned, clearing first. Let's see now. Sorry about all this. This is probably not super fun to watch, but it's important we get this stuff right because the whole framework of the game relies on this stuff working. Okay, so we're at location. I'm gonna dock this so we can see. Registered a bunch of threats. We traveled. Interesting, we traveled twice there, and then when we say we arrived, why does arrived print wrong? That's worrying me. That should fix that. That was just a print bug, so I'm not too worried. Okay. So we arrived at the location. So now, so we are actually at the location. So now if I drop anchor, spawning dive site, trying to generate tile world while already generating, huh? I don't think that's true. That's so weird because it only gets set after this, so how is this true already? Oh, wait a second, you prick. That is not supposed to be there. That was for testing a long time ago. Pretty sure that will be causing issues. Okay, so we're at the dive sites. I now drop. There we go. Spawning dive site, cleaning up tile world, generating tile world. Spawn 62 threats. Okay. Then I raise the anchor, clearing dive site, clean up tile world. Done. Okay, and then I drop anchor again. Spawning. Cleaning up the world in case it needed to. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this particularly has to clean up every time, like... We could just say, like... if it's not empty or something. Generating tile world. Spawn the threats. Cleaning up. Done. Generating. Okay. That's good. I think that flow is now working. So now if we go back to the two people, client and server. Generating tile world. Hang on. Let me see. Choose world. Client 0. Okay. Just Chicken. Now, let's see. Now we raise the anchor. The lights turn on. We get the lag while it's unloading, but then I don't think after that. Other than, yeah, the lights being on. So I think that that problem is potentially solved. I need to fix that torque thing as well. Okay. Improved dive site spawning logic and added prints or added logging. Dive sites only cleared when at location and previously was anchored. One sec, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back and we will keep going. Okie dokie. I'm gonna fix that light thing next, because that's, I think, also one of the things that's playing into this. And while I was just saying that, I remembered another thing that we need to do at some point, which is wave function collapse algorithm for tile generation. Okay. So if I do the light thing next, so that is, I guess, some sort of problem. Like, what controls these being on or off again? I think it's, well, hang on. Hang on. If I start at the game state, so it's when you undock, right? And the subs go back. So I just want to check when you... and when we go to at location... like where does that happen? At location... Maybe it's the game mode? Okay, pretty sure it's this then. Let me check though. So do this. And then, yeah, then we respawn it again. Okay, so we are respawning the subs like that. So respawn sub for owning player. So we are getting new subs this way. Respawn sub for owning player. I just want to check, is there anything special that happens in the dock? Huh? Okay, nothing I can see that messes with lights. It's wild if you can't hear the weed whacker that's outside the window. Like, I can't even hear myself talking right now. That's wild. Alright. Okay, so submarine. So there's nothing messing with that. So how does... So let's see, on begin play, because these are on by default. Update power systems. Update power systems. It's a race condition, I can already tell. So when begin dock happens, recharge, dock complete, is power enabled, update lights. Yeah, this is now competing. I believe. So update lights. So we've got, yes, we've got update lights, and then we've got update power systems. Yeah, and these, yeah, this is not. Okay, so is power enabled. So rather than this setting it directly based on that, we've got two things trying to control the lights, and they're racing for which gets to do it. So rather than doing this, we're going to say update lights like that. And rather than setting the lights directly, now this function will do the same thing, but it's also going to take into account your battery and this, which is actually just like if you're docked or not. So I need to probably change that word, but I'm pretty sure. I guess I'm going to need to do this as a client, but I'm pretty sure that will solve the light problem. So this is a client I'm playing as right now. We dock. Or anchor, I should say. Which takes a while with a client. Alright, client, hop in there, submarine. Down to the bottom. Redock, exit, and yeah. We still get that lag as the level's unloading. I don't know why it's so laggy to unload levels. Alright, that fixed the light thing, so I'm going to commit that as its own thingy. I don't think I needed to change any of those in the end. Game mode. No, that was just some debug stuff. Fixed, sub, lighting, race condition with power systems and dock power override. Okay, and then while I was doing that, I just thought of lamprey, swarms, sometimes invisible. Okay. Content, nope, not content saved, nope, not that either. Man, the weed whacker's not outside my thing right now, and I feel like everything is so quiet all of a sudden. Crazy. All good on here, seems to be. Oh god, I hope this cough can hold out just one more day. I probably shouldn't go too much longer than 2 hours and save my voice a little bit. Okay, that may have fixed the lag issues, but I'm not sure. It's still not pretty unloading. I might actually just run a build and test that. No, I don't know why I took. I guess you guys can see this. Doesn't really matter. It's just a command line of it. Making the build basically. Compressing some textures. Go, build successful. All right, let's see. Saved stage builds windows. Can't really test this as a client very easily, but I can test it as a server. Okay, so drop generator. You see how much faster that is in a build, and then I undock. Yeah, okay, so it's just editor stuff. That's fine. It's just editor stuff. The client thing might still be a problem, but compared to an editor, the level loading and unloading it's not instant, but it's pretty damn quick. It's just an editor, it's not, so that's fine. I'm happy to call that good for now, but we just need it tested basically. I need another state. How do I make another state? Create a status. Needs testing. Was that really? Was that really it? I guess it was, eh? Yeah, okay, so I'll do this one next. Lamprey swarms invisible. So I either need, for that, I either need to change the seed. Full screen. Lamp race. Well, this one, possibly. If I had to guess, we can do this in the test map actually. This one, yeah, I believe it might just be a time-based thing. See if they disappear after probably about a minute. Maybe. If they do, then it's part of the particle system, I think, causing that problem. Yeah. The fuck? Why is okay? What settings do I need? I'm just gonna Google it. It'll be quicker than trying to figure this out. Unreal Niagara persistent particles infinite lifetime. Metastate called loop behavior, infinite loop of once. Behavior once. Yeah, that looks like it. Still a problem. So is this infinite now? Oh no. No. Jesus, what the heck? Okay, once fixed, loop duration 1. Okay, whatever. Loop particle state. Okay, how about now? I think so, John. Pretty sure I did. I think it was a mix of the lights and the mix of the level spawning, especially the despawning happening like multiple times, I think. But I need to test it as a client. Okay, I think there's actually infinite now. Got one on me. There you go. Well, I remember as well, I'm going to add the signal source to that. Bonefish. Do they have a signal source? No. This one, the signal is going to be off by default for the stonefish. Bobbit worms you won't be able to find. Eel. Auto activate. Okay. Map icon. Engine has one. Eel. I think that's everything. Bobbit worm. Okay, So I'm going to do an actual test now. So I guess I can save that. Oh god, it's going to happen. All right. What I want to see is if I go to high, like, because I couldn't see some of the stuff on the map before. I'll go to a high threat one, ideally. Because, yeah, the person who stays up on the ship is going to get to see where all the enemies are, basically. Which I should get to see right now. Okay. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. So you can see where all those are. Maybe I won't let the bobbit fish be shown, because that's kind of spamming the map a little bit. Okay, now I want to see, do we see lampreys? Okay, so the eel shows up on the map automatically, it's good. The Meg should as well, that's an engine. Oh god. I forgot I'm in a high... Damn, I should have scanned him as well. Did that catch him? No. That did. But the Meg might come and wreck me now. Alright, let's go the other way. Get out of here, dude. I need to make them flee for longer. There's a stonefish. Let's see if it activates. I haven't seen one of these activate in a long time. Did not. Okay. I'm looking for lampreys, which hopefully aren't invisible anymore. There's the Meg. There's a bobbit worm. There's some lampreys. Cool. So yeah, they're not invisible now. That's good. That's fixed. And if I let some get on me... Oh, no, Ninja snuck up behind me. No! Okay. Holy. He did hit me so hard it knocked all the worms off though, and there's a bobbit worm about to grab my ship, which is good. Status. No good. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So that one's fixed. Fixed lamprey going invis after, I think it was like 60 seconds. Particle system lifetime. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. So what's the next thing? What are we at? Just about 2 hours. Might as well do this one. Re-anchoring to the same site. I think, I think, how do I want to handle that? Like, cause, let's see. So they have a seed, right? Like, it doesn't make sense that you land, or does it make sense that you land in the map is randomized? I think it does, eh? No, I think what I'll do is I'll make you travel. Oh, I don't know. Jeez, it's a tough call. I think I need to make you travel though, because otherwise, if you find a site that's like, say, low hostility, high value, why would you ever go anywhere else? You just keep undocking and redocking to that same place. I think I need to send you somewhere else. Either I send you somewhere else or I completely randomize the settings again of the one you're at. Because, where is it? When you begin a mission, wherever it is, somewhere. Somewhere. Is it not in here? It's like a new day or something, isn't it? Maybe that's in C++. Okay. Probably is. This is tricky. Okay, well, the place I need to do it is basically right here. Okay, so let's see. So we're at 3B on the board. If I drop, I'm not sure if it stays on the board or changes though, is the thing. I need to check that real quick. Yeah, it does stay on the board. So when do those get refreshed? That's another question. Generate new dive operation list. When your state is anchored and your new state is at location. Yeah. Generate new operation list. Clear the current ones, go through. Oh, wait. That travel board. How does that get them? It goes... This is what I'm interested in seeing when that runs. It runs initially with with 5. The first one is 593. Hasn't run again. Okay, so let's put that. Okay, so where does this get? Holy heck, this is a rabbit hole. Where does this get called from? Find references by member. Only on construct. Okay, available dive options. Dive operations. That is replicated, surely. Yep. So here we go. We're going to change this to replicated using on rep available dive operations. Available dive operations, and that'll be a const. What type is it? TRA. Here we go. So now when this gets replicated, basically, to the client, we'll be able to do something basically. So I guess I'll add an event. If, let's see, declare dynamic multicast delegate 1 param. Then it'll be if on dive operation options changed. New options. If Jesus Christ, on dive operation state changed, on dive operation. There we go. Okay, so now we have this event, and let's see. We just broadcast the event. The only thing I'm worried about now is the servers doesn't get those rep functions, so I need to basically call this annoyingly after I basically modify this. So like here. Salvage operation mission parameters. And I think we can just do it like this, and is that copies it, I believe. Because we do need a copy to pass into here. And that should be fine, I think. We could, I'm going to put a note on there eventually. This could be... Let's serialize, because that's quite a big thing to serialize over the network. When we could probably, honestly, replicate the seed, or even the ID, generate the seed from that, and then from the seed we could generate the entire rest of this stuff. So we would just be sending an int32 rather than all of this. But we don't have that for now. So yeah, that will hopefully be good. So now I just need to restart, but basically now we can redo this. So on mother sub travel screen, okay. Check out. We have an event we can listen to for when those options change now, rather than polling them on tick, which I, to be honest, could do. And maybe should have just done that. Would have been very much simpler. But more expensive performance-wise. It's a balance of like, how much time do I want to spend implementing more code to make things like more sustainable and less performance intensive, versus saving time and implementing features. So we'll see if this is causing too many issues, which hopefully it shouldn't, but if it does, do you know what would even be smarter actually now that I think about it? Rather than having this list be replicated, geez, this is totally what I should do. Rather than replicating this entire list of sites and all that shit, I have the generation code is right here, right? So the clients could run this generation code too. All I would need to do is each day have a seed, like a mission option seed, like a number basically. And then the server and the client from that single number could generate like the same list of options. And then I don't need to replicate a list or anything basically. I need to write that down somewhere, because that is a way better way of doing this. I'll do it in Jira, I suppose, as a task. I'll do it as a backlog task, though. Have daily dive options be based on a daily seed. Give us today our daily seed. Rather than replicating struct list server set new daily seed clients server all generate the day's sites based on that. Yeah, that should be enough to remind me of what that even means. But yeah, that'd be way better because I'm just replicating. Was that like, what's it in 32? Jesus Christ, can't believe I just asked that. 32 bit in 32. Replicate that over the network, 32 bits, 4 bytes, 8 bytes, 4 bytes, I believe. Jesus, come on. Bits to bytes. I believe it's 4, isn't it? Yeah, 4 bytes. I don't know why I confused myself there. 4 bytes of data over the network every day, and all clients and server will know what the options are for the day. Right now, I'm replicating a lot more than that. I'm replicating an array of, yeah, it's like 240. So it's like 30 bytes times how many I have, and on average it's like 4. So it's like, you know, was that like 120? I opened a calculator to do the calculation, and then I just did the calculation in my head and typed in the answer. But what I was going to do is 30 times 4, which I already... Yeah, I'm struggling. Anyway, we're doing 120 bytes right now, which isn't a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's not a lot. But I'm doing 120 bytes to end up with the same result that I could be doing with 4. So 4 out of 120 times 100. Yeah, basically I can be sending like 3% of the bandwidth over the network and end up with the same data as I am right now. Which most of the time doesn't matter, 120 bytes, but it's not just about the bytes, it's also about the ping time. So if there's lots of things sending data over the network, it's going to be a lot harder to squeeze 120 bytes over the network to the clients, because say like only half of them get there and we're waiting for the rest of them to come through. Then it will 4 bytes. Anyway, no one asked, but that's I'm trying to explain my thought process on that and why I think that's so much better of an idea, in case it wasn't clear. Because like you can see right here, like a float is 4 bytes by itself. Like just sending one loot score is the same size as what I could be sending to get all of this information. Anyway, doesn't really matter right now. It's like it's kind of a micro optimization, which is why I'm not going to do it right now. But it is pretty much just way better in every way if I could do that. Anyway, so we've got this stuff there. Now I need to go back into here and just update the board. So whenever the board the board needs to now listen to that event. So what was that thing called? Travel something? Travel screen? We were only calling this function once on construct, I believe. Yep. We now also need to be calling it on dive site operations changed. This shouldn't have spaces. Show travel options. The only other thing it will need to do is clear this. It's kind of a lazy way to do this. I'm just clearing all the elements and then re-adding more. I could get the elements and like update their data or whatever, which is, you know, again, another thing I can do one day. Sorry. What do you mean does not match the... Pretty sure it does. Pretty fucking sure it does match, mate. What is this having a whinge about? No value will be returned by reference. Okay. Oh shit. Did I make that a reference? No. Then what the hell? No, don't do that. Doesn't like this, eh? Why? Does not match necessarily. Like... I am passing it a copy though. Okay, fine. If it's going to be like that, what we'll do is I won't save that. And that's annoying. I'll just do it like this. No parameters. And then actually then, yeah, that is kind of handy because, yeah, I don't need that. All right, let's try that again. I don't know what was going on there. Something about, like, because it's by reference, it didn't like it. I mean, maybe I should pass by reference. I'm not sure. Or contain it in a bigger struct rather than an array, but this'll do the same thing. It's fine. I can just access that value. I'm pretty sure. I fucking hope I can. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to recompile again. Game state. Is there a function get options or something? All right, man. All good. Enjoy your gaming, man, or whatever you are doing. Enjoy your evening or night or day, whatever it is. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out, man. I always appreciate having you here. Keeping me company. All right. Show travel options. Okay, I need to sort this out. So nothing here, okay? And then yes, we can grab it because I do it down here. So we grab them from the game state directly. This now doesn't need anything. This should be fine. This is nothing. And honestly, this can just bind directly to what do I call that? Refresh travel options. And now I don't need all these other. Man, let me give me a hard time here. I'll fix that in a sec if it's a problem. I can't quite tell what that's about, why I did it that way, but I'll have a look. Okay, anyway, should be. I'm going to check it works on the client, then I'm going to check it works on the server, and we should be good. So these should change now, basically. So this one ends in FBA. If I drop, I'm pretty sure they do regenerate, but I'm also not 100% sure on that either. FBA. Okay. Pull the anchor. What does that end in? E11. Yeah, so that has changed. Okay, and now that is our selected one. So that means if I drop. Okay, yeah, let's see. I'm just going to make sure the map is different. I think this is working now. Okay, so let's see. Top left we have kind of like a cracked oval. The thing should change. We should get different ones today. 724. And hopefully we don't get a cracked oval right here in that same orientation. There is a chance, but shit. Okay, we do. Okay, so that hasn't fixed it. That's fixed the board. Hasn't fixed this. So yeah. What I need to do is, yeah, I already had it here. After those are generated, we need to, like, would those already be generated by now? I actually don't know. Let's just do this. Anytime the options change, it's probably doing a little too much in Blueprint in here, to be honest. This is getting to the point where it looks like it should be moved some of this to C++. This is like not the right abstraction level, in my opinion, for here. Anyway, so when the options change, I think I'll just do a quick safety check. Just to make sure we're not like anchored. Because otherwise you're actually like, you could be like in the water, swimming around, and if this happened to trigger, you would, everything would regenerate. Not what we want. That also means, I think, possibly that we don't need this anymore, but I'm not sure. I'll try without. $45. Okay, so we've got nothing in the top left there. 45. Raise the anchor. Everything fucks off again. I mean, I need to stop swearing. Okay, and then B56. We have nothing selected right now. I don't know why. Okay, I need to fix that first then. We have nothing selected because our selected option is -1. Okay. What is this? Destination selector? Why is it -1? That's the default option. Is it because we've never set anything yet? It's quite a lot of moving parts making this all work, but we're almost there with it all. So when we do anchor, how does it? Okay, like where are we right now? So travel manager. Yes, we have 3 options. BC. Okay. Raise. Or like anchor. Raise the anchor. And we didn't get this run again. Shit, it's probably a replication delay. Okay, do I just trust that then? I guess we just trust it. Okay. Right, a site. I know this is probably boring to watch, but this is really critical stuff to the back end of the game that has to work and be reliable for anything else in the game to be making any sense. So yeah, a state. I can't really see what it is right now, but 80. Okay. Oh, and then we run it again. EE. And then we run it again. 11D. Okay. Okay. Where's this break? Shit. Operations. Options change. Dive operation. Uh-oh. So this could be part of the lag from before as well. Oh, wait, is it every time it adds one? Does that ever stop? No. Fuck. Why? Okay. Dive operations changed. Okay. That is not going to work in that spot then. I think that's the problem because it keeps flipping between the states. What we do need to do is where I was originally going to do it. I'm just not 100% confident that is going to be timed appropriately. We'll see. It's never going to generate now because, shit, man. Okay, this needs to be in a function. This will be TP to first dive site option. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be how it is forever, but where did I have it where it would, yeah, this, after the round begins. Because now it's not generating initially. Okay, so there we go. So 4D. Yeah, we're at site. We go off. And now we're at 2.5. Okay, and then drop. Okay. Let's see. Trench bottom right horizontal. Well, that's not there again. So we're actually at a different site. Okay. God. All right. So we're close, but there's one more thing I think that is happening, that when we actually anchor, I need to follow that process through and see how it is deciding which site, basically. So here's the anchor. When you pull the lever, okay, how does this talk to anything? Okay, we'd say anchored. We say if we at location, we enter the state of anchored. We go enter state of anchored. We restart the round timer. If it's anchored, new state. Restart the round timer. Yeah, but how does the dive site know? Hope you like watching a man struggle. Ah, I think I remember. In here, we link them together in here, I believe. Arrived at location. Here we go. Here is the data. Here we are. Does this run? It does. Okay, and then that's right. And then Lemon moved the docking thing to like it over here. And then this comes through. Travel manager, get current location. Okay. That is, holy heck, man. Okay, I'm narrowing it down. So between here and where I set it over here is where the problem happens. So this is travel manager, teleport to dive sites. It's good to find these bugs early though. Hang on. Hang on. There's something weird happening. Okay, so we're at location 706. We set the anchor. Wait a second, what the fuck? Hang on. Clear. A21. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. And then we leave. Cleaning up. Traveling to 53C. Okay. Spawning dive site 53C. It is different dive sites each time. Hang on. There was like a trench here somewhere. BCE. Oh, for God's sake, it is different maps each time. I just, it just happened to put a trench in the same spot. I think that was what happened. Let me do that one more time. So, we drop. I think everything is working as it should be. Okay, so let's, you know what? I'm gonna screenshot this. Okay, so I've got that, and now I leave. Well, anchor. And then if we were to drop again, we should actually be being forced to pick a different dive site, and it just pre-selects the top one. And if we go to that one, okay, yeah. So it just happened to look the same last time. You can see these are different maps. Whew. Good. Good. Okay, so that is working. Holy moly. Okay, so now the whole, kind of the whole point of this, well, not the whole point, but the last part of this is that clients will also see it. So the client sees CBF. I'm reading the last characters of the ID, by the way. So CBF. Drop. I'm just making sure this all stays in sync across the network, which it hopefully should be now. Because that board would never update with the new options before. So it should update, should sync, should actually take us to where it says it's going to. Okay. So it was CBF, right? Now, client says 919, server says 919. Okay, we drop. And 919, yep. All right, hell yeah. Hoi, very good. That might crash. No, we're good. Actually, what does that thing say? Simulate physics something. I'll fix that in a second as well. Simulate physics, because that's spamming the log and everything. All right, thanks for bearing with me while I fix that, because that was kind of a gnarly, that was like basically flowing through the whole game, like essentially the genre, the framework of the entire game, to find that problem. Okay. And came up with some good ideas along the way. Let's see. New dive options now generated, or now shown correctly each day by rep notify. Can no longer re-anchor again at the same drop site on another day. Pre-selects option 0 in the travel list by default. Later may want to force an actual travel rather than TP. Because right now it actually just teleports you to the next dive site. If the dive sites, well, currently they all take 10 seconds to travel to, but later they might have cost and money associated. So basically you're getting to go to the top one for free for no time. It should be an actual travel, but right now it's not, which is fine. How are we doing on time? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, let's fix that physics thing before I forget. And then I might do, it doesn't really matter, but it's something I will forget and it is going to be better. I don't know. I kind of want to get this dive site stuff. You know, it doesn't matter for the MVP right now, but like it is the whole backbone the game relies on. So I'm tempted to do that generation stuff I talked about, but we'll see. Maybe I'll leave that. Anyway, so the physics thing. So first thing is, does this happen in single player or just as a server? If so, that's going to be a lot easier to fix. Also, has it already happened? Message log? No, it hasn't. So I'm assuming that means I have to actually drop anchor or possibly actually get in my sub. I'm just waiting for those problems to show up. So if I get in my sub, no, nothing yet. Okay. What about if I dock? No, docking is fine. Okay. Still haven't got them yet, so what triggers it? And then if I pull the anchor, still haven't got it. It must just be a client thing. Must just be a client thing. Okay, so now if I do the same thing, but I do it with 2 characters, 2 players. Yeah, so the client gets it straight off the bat. In the submarine, some sort of physics, something happening. I'm assuming on the client or for the client. First thing I'm going to do is go, it says simulate physics enabled if you'd like to add torque. Okay, so what I'm going to look for is add torque. TORQUE. Nothing. Okay, so that means it's probably a component, which means it's probably, or it's in the base class. So it could be one of the two. So it could be in this. It means regardless, it's going to be in C++. Oh, actually, does the docking station do anything with torque? No. If I just search add torque and look in the entire, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in C++, but I'm going to just quickly do a global search in case it's not. While that's doing that, I'll go to the submarine. This is the base class for the submarine. While it's searching there, I'll search in here. Does not. I mean, that all looks fine to me. Yeah, okay, so it's not in there. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be in this then. Submersible movement component. Probably on tick and probably not checking whether you're the owner or have authority or whatever. Here's probably where the talk shit is happening, which is an incredibly complicated way to basically upright the thing. Yeah, can operate. I need to just say if, is it has authority? What's a good way to check this? Get owner. That might be what we need. Possibly. Because the client is probably trying to simulate the server's submarine. Is probably the issue. But I just, if that did fix it, I just need to check that didn't break something else. The client, yeah, client's not doing that now. Just need to check the client can still operate this submarine, and it should be fine, and the server can still operate this sub and all that, and it's still all synced. Should be, as long as that authority check is what I think it is, which is basically, are you basically the owner, essentially. Are you the one who should be doing the physics stuff? So I don't think I don't think that is what I wanted, because now the client cannot move. One other thing is I can check, this might help as well. I really should have a check like that, but one other thing I should check is physics components. Simulate is simulating physics. If it's not simulating physics, we won't bother doing any of this either, even if you are the owner. I think that might be like technically what's causing the errors to happen, but that owner check should ideally be somewhere as well. I think. Okay. So we're not getting the problems. Make sure I can still actually do stuff with my sub. 120, okay. Okay, yeah, I can control it again now. And we're not getting the errors again. Well, they're just warnings, but they were spamming the log, so that was the main reason I wanted to fix it. But also there should probably... What is that? Okay, binary, source, plugins, checkouts, build. If the this component is not currently simulating. There we go. All right, I am gonna go to the bathroom while this is doing its thing. I'm gonna make a build. We're gonna do a little test, and then I think if everything works, we are good to go. Also, I checked that out to the wrong thing. So we'll do that and we'll run a build. I'll be back in a sec. All right, where are we at? Just under 3 hours. Perfect. Okay. That build succeeded, so I'm just going to quickly do a wee test, and then if everything works, I think we're done with all that. Okay. Right. So, what are the options? Well, low hostility, 99% site value. Let's do it. So we need to hit $300 in 3 days. Should be doable. And then we will dock and have a look at what we get. All right. Nothing in the trench. Probably lampreys. Probably an eel. Okay. So we're looking okay here. And what are we getting today? 35% garbage. All right. Let's go. I should have checked which direction the Meg was. Wait, what the hell? Wasn't there? Yeah, there we go. Oh, also these supposedly are physics now? Oh, yeah. But they sink. Okay. All right. See some more here. Something over this way. That is a worm. And it's getting me from there. What? Uh-oh. Okay. I need to work on those a little more. They're a bit jank still. Shark. Okay. So right now you have to dock to drop all your stuff off. So there we go. There's 3 and we're only getting 10 for them right now, which sucks. But, oh, I forgot to check how long we have. That's right. We will now go east, I guess. Okay, we did see on the thing there was nothing in the trench, so that's good. Which actually means there's no bobbit fish either. Can just scan to see if there's any loot. Nope. That does take my power, which is going down slowly. Pretty sure, yeah, that is that. I'm pretty sure that's a stonefish right there. Which is what that other mark is. It's tricky because I know what all the creatures are and what they do and everything, so it's like, it's, you know, it's kind of playing at the level of someone who already kind of knows what's out there and what to expect and has played a lot of the game, kind of. That's a worm, is it? No, that's a shadow. So it's a little, probably a little easier for me. So that was east. There's the Meg. He should leave me alone. Six minutes. Okay. I want to find some rare stuff. Ideally. So I'm pretty sure we've done northeast. We'll do west. The opposite way to where the Meg's going. Hopefully he doesn't just turn around and come straight back. Oh, there's a bubble worm right there. Pretty sure that... maybe that was where I got wormed before. There's something this way. Yep. And there's something that way as well. Oh, yeah, nice. Look at that. High value drop sites. Making it easy on me, although these are not worth a huge amount, but I'll take them. And I only have 3 cargo slots right now, total. I'm going to keep exploring, and if I find stuff, I'm just going to carry it back. What I'm really looking for is some rare stuff, but I haven't seen any yet. I'll just take these 2 as well then. Why not? So the salvage on the list, we haven't done it yet, but on the list is to... Wait, does my power go down while I'm holding them like this? It does. Shit, I forgot about that. Should be okay. On the list at some point is to create like a whole bunch of different types of salvage, obviously. It's not just gears and that. Alright, excuse me. I couldn't mute because when you're holding salvage like this, you have to actually like hold the mouse buttons down. to hold the scrap. Okay, so we're mothership cargo is almost full. I didn't read how much time we have left. My bad. But I'm gonna grab these and then lock in what we've got. I think I'll sell some of it, not all of it, because it's a garbage rate. But if I die tomorrow, then I'll lose it. So I'm gonna. We have 3 minutes left. I'll pull the anchor, which means we're now able to sell. Eventually, that's actually one of the things on my list that I was going to get to today, but ran out of time, is the market. So one of these locations, you actually go to the market and be able to sell your stuff there. Yeah, we're only getting 29%. That is really bad. That's really bad, but I'm going to sell some anyway because I might as well get something. How many should I leave? I'll leave 4. So we've cashed in some, so even if we die, we still have $63 towards our quota. If we die, we lose all this stuff, but there's a chance, well, tomorrow it'll be a different offer from the corp. So whatever we find today, plus this stuff, if we survive, we'll hopefully be able to sell for more than 29. Do Charlie. Moderate and 75%. Actually, let me check the map. No. I think it's doing the thing where it's just infinitely camera shaking. God damn it. I'm gonna add that, because that makes me feel sick. Hopefully it goes away when I get in the sub. Doesn't. That sucks. Can I like somehow turn this off, please? Or I'm gonna throw up. Stat camera. Shake. Please stop. No, I'm gonna vomit if I don't. It's so bad. So bad. Quick, please make this go away. It's just stuck there forever, I think. God, that's fucking annoying. Alright, well that ruined the run. Fun stuff. What about if I do this? Will it go away? No, it's just there forever. Okay, never mind. Rip. That needs fixed immediately, because that sucks. That will be the first thing I do next time, I think. How do I make this higher priority? All the priority. I actually don't know where the priority option is. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the stream there. We made pretty wicked progress today. Next time, probably I'll do the global market stuff since we didn't get to it today. But yeah, 3 hours. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next dev stream.